Glowing tributes poured in for the late former Lugari Member of Parliament, Cyrus Jirongo, as family, friends and political leaders still struggle to come to terms with his sudden demise. Speaking during a funeral service held in his honor at CITAM, Nairobi, mourners remembered Jirongo as a larger-than-life figure who lived fully, was generous to a fault, and embraced people from all walks of life without discrimination. Even as the tributes flowed, questions continued to linger over the circumstances surrounding his death. Speakers at the service called for a thorough and transparent investigation, citing inconsistencies and glaring gaps that have left questions unanswered. Citizen TV's Kirui attended the memorial.
At exactly 9:25 a.m., the body of the late former cabinet minister and Lugari Member of Parliament Cyrus Jirongo arrived at CITAM Church along Valley Road in Nairobi for a funeral service held in his honor. Hundreds of mourners were already seated, joining family and friends in a somber atmosphere marked by grief and reflection. Members of Jirongo's extended family eulogized him as a devoted family man who loved his large family equally and without discrimination. Many admitted they were still struggling to come to terms with his sudden and unexpected death.
I know that you're probably busy with the new task that you've been given, and it's much better where you are than it is here. But please make time to visit us, at least on the important days. We'll wait for you every day until we die.
Before my father's untimely passing, he asked that in the event this day come, I read his eulogy.
His three widows gave emotional accounts of the moment they received the devastating news. One of them, Anne Lanoi, recalled having a restless night prior to the tragedy, saying she sensed that something was amiss.
At 3 o'clock, 3:20, when I got the call, I was still awake, trying to make sense of what I was feeling. I saw his call, but when I picked, it was not him. Someone asked me if I knew the owner of the phone, and I told him, yeah, that's my husband. I asked where he is, if I could speak to him. But they told me that he's been involved in an accident.
That morning, early in the morning when Anne called me, what she was speaking and telling me through the phone was totally unthinkable. For the first time in my life, I could hear my heart pounding in my ears.
His love did not die in this sudden departure. It lives in our hearts and for those who loved and knew him. To Cyrus, konanimi rembe shipenzi chanje.
Close friends, political allies and business associates also paid tribute, remembering Jirongo as a visionary leader, a relentless go-getter and a man generous to a fault.
Cyrus was a go-getter. Cyrus, I'll miss you. Cyrus, niba ni nyasaya kulanji, uzini mirembe.
Even as tributes flowed, speakers at the service renewed calls for thorough and transparent investigations into the circumstances surrounding his death, pointing to inconsistencies and unanswered questions that continue to trouble many.
Cyrus was driving a Mercedes-Benz, one of the latest, which I know for sure has 12 airbags. None of the airbags deployed.
It does not presume guilt on anyone to have that investigation. And I offer to buy the torch, Khaniri, in that respect.
Cyrus Jirongo will be laid to rest on the 30th in Lumakanda, Lugari constituency, Kakamega County.
Much has been said about Jirongo, an astute businessman, a towering political figure and a devoted family man. However, the circumstances surrounding his sudden demise remain a mystery, leaving friends and family demanding for answers. Kirui, Citizen TV, Nairobi.